and welcome to Something Witchy, a Sabrina the Teenage Witch rewatch podcast. I'm Laura Cotter.
And I'm Sky Richard.
And this is our first time back in person in like over a month.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, I've seen you, but we haven't recorded.
No, I had to like reset up all my recording equipment.
Oh, exciting. Well, I'm glad you survived. I'm glad we've all survived.
Yeah, I went away and a shit ton happened in this world.
A lot has happened. Some of our recordings from December did not age well into February.
They did not. The timeline is not great.
It's bad. But we're going to listen to some pop music on a Sabrina CD. We're doing a little bit of a detour because the next episode, I discovered, introduces the same clue that's on the soundtrack. And I wanted to force you to listen to the Sabrina soundtrack at some point.
Oh, that was your motive.
And I was like, well, if we already have the clue next episode, that ruins the reason to listen to the soundtrack.
I mean, you didn't have to tell me that, and I will have just been surprised next week when finally watching.
But that's why we're doing it here in this moment, because I wasn't sure where we were going to put it in season 3. Yeah, so we get a little bit of a detour with our Sabrina soundtrack review. I got this. I have the physical CD. I got this as a gift in December for Christmas of 1998, along with my Salem Gigapet and my Sabrina the Teenage Witch computer game, which that is also a project I'm working on, is to try and find a way to download it from like abandonware websites so that we can play the Sabrina the Teenage Witch computer game, because it's amazing and I'm pretty sure Drell is in it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's good.
See the bad guy? Defeat the despot?
I don't know how much you actually like, and there's no like fighting.
Oh, because that can be very cathartic.
All right, so as we're going through, first of all, a shout out to Wikipedia, whom I blatantly just copied and pasted from on a lot of this. So please donate to Wikipedia. I have. So I feel like I have an excuse now to just copy paste. Thank you, Wikipedia. Please donate. The Sabrina soundtrack was initially released on October 27th, 1998 by Geffen Records. It peaked at number 71 on the Billboard 200 chart in the issue dated December 12th, 1998, and spent 16 weeks on that chart, which I feel like is pretty good for a teenage TV show soundtrack.
Yeah, and it's such a weird mix of music too.
I mean, it's definitely mostly poppy or pop adjacent, but yeah. In Canada, the album peaked at number 7 on the RPM Top 100 Albums chart from February 1st, 1999, and it remained there for 2 weeks and spent 36 weeks total on the chart. And then at the end of the year, RPM charts, it was number 50. It was certified gold by the RIAA in the US on December 7th, 1998. And in Canada, it went platinum on January 21st, 1999, and double platinum on March 12th, 1999.
Okay, Canada.
Do you have any overall thoughts of the album?
Overall, I think this album was weird, and some of the song choices make me question things. And big names, you sent me the back of the album, and I was like, yeah, this looks rockin'. But I then realized I didn't really know a lot of the songs, actually, just like the artists. And so I wonder if it's like, due to rights, those are the only ones like they could afford to get.
Yeah, 100%.
If you looked at the album as a whole, there's some very interesting themes per se that are a little gross.
I think it's a solid album altogether. I think it's a nice little time capsule of the late 90s and what was happening musically during that time. I'm a little bit harsher on some of the bigger musical artists because we know so much more of their discography that it was clear that they were picking like a weaker or lesser known song for money purposes. Some of the ones that are like one-offs, I think they're kind of better because I don't have as much to compare them to. Overall, like when I first started playing this a couple weeks ago when we were discussing that we're going to review it, I was like instantly transported back to, December of 1998 and listening to this in my bedroom on my boombox. And the nostalgia covers so many of the weak points, I think, for me.
I wish I had that.
When I started getting into like the songs by themselves and thinking about like, would I play this by itself? That's where it started to fall apart a little bit. So my rating system, I did a 1 to 5 rating system, and I'm the type of person that as long as I don't absolutely hate something, I'll usually rate it a 4 at the lowest. So to prevent myself from doing that, a 1 is I would skip it even when listening to this album as a whole. And a 5 is I would listen to this song on repeat by itself without needing to play the whole album. That's my spectrum.
Yeah, so I don't like deciding arbitrary numbers because then I second guess myself. So I'm going off vibes. Those are my ratings there.
We start off this album, track 1, Walk of Life by the Spice Girls. Writers are the Spice Girls, Andy Watkins, and Paul Wilson, aka Absolute, and it was produced by Absolute. I have a little bit of info, and by a little bit, I mean too much. Because I started off with like 1 or 2 lines, and then by the time I hit track 7, I was getting really into it, and then I had to go back and add more details to the earlier ones. I got pretty into the research on this. So first of all, if you don't know, the Spice Girls are a British girl group. They were formed in 1994, and their members are Mel B, aka Scary Spice, Melanie C, aka Sporty Spice, Emma Bunton, Baby Spice, Jerry Halliwell, Ginger Spice, and Victoria Beckham, Posh Spice. They have sold more than 100 million records worldwide and are the best-selling girl group of all time. This song, Walk of Life, is from the Too Much digital EP that was released on December 15th, 1997. In June 1997, the group began filming scenes for the Spice World movie, and at the same time, Virgin Records started marketing meetings for the album's promotional campaign set to release in November, and there are no songs that had been written at the time. So while they're filming Spice World, they're also recording all the songs for the soundtrack, of which this is one of them. And from what I read, it sounds like it was a lot of really long days and not a lot of sleep during that like month-long period.
That makes sense. I think this is a solid start to the album. Sort of has like a ska feel in the opening bit there. I also like there's a callback to Wannabe in the lyrics. There's a full section of zingazahs, zingazay-ah sort of thing from Wannabe there. It's no spice up your life, but it was a solid start. The Spice Girls can take you where you want to go.
Walk of Life, I gave it a 3 out of 5. My note was I still don't know what half of these words are. Again, it is it's a very classic Spice Girls song. It's not their best song, but it's a good start to the album. Next up, we have Abracadabra by Sugar Ray. Writer is Steve Miller. Producer is Ralph Saul. Originally, this was a Steve Miller Band song, possibly inspired by Diana Ross. One of the biggest songs that Steve Miller Band had that you probably know is The Joker. But they also had several other big hits in the 70s, including Fly Like an Eagle and Rockin' Me. This Sugar Ray version peaked at number 43 on the Radio and Records Pop chart. That is one of those little charts. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it means, but good for them. Sugar Ray is a rock band that was originally nu metal and funk metal and is probably most well known for Fly. Other hit songs include Someday and When It's Over. I included the fact that the lead singer is Mark McGrath, because there was a girl in junior high that was absolutely obsessed with Mark McGrath, like more so than I was obsessed with JC from NSYNC. All of her notebooks had like edge-to-edge collage pictures of Mark McGrath on them. And I just thought that was such a strange celebrity to get attached to. But man, she loved him. He is still singing and he occasionally tours with the Beach Boys now. So I feel like that's a little bit of a left turn, but there we go. Gotta get into it.
Oh man. Fly Like an Eagle is my nostalgia song from the Space Jam soundtrack. That was my soundtrack growing up there. The disc I had
Good
there.
one.
This song is the absolute worst song on the album.
Okay.
Get It Off. I do not like it. Like, yeah, tongue in cheek. Oh, it's called Abracadabra, and this is a Teenage Witch soundtrack there. But the lyrics? My gosh. Hell no. Here's just 2 lines here for you. Silk and satin, leather and lace, black panties with an angel's face. This is like one of the most sexual songs you could put on a Teenage Witch teen music album. Like, really?
To be fair, I did not understand. I did not get the innuendo in any of this as a 12-year-old.
The adults making this knew better.
That is some strong opinions coming off. I was going back and forth. I was like, is it a 2? Is it a 4? I couldn't decide. I think the chorus is a 2. The chorus is really weak. I think it's too calm. It's just too repetitive, and I don't like the chorus. The rest of it, the beat, not necessarily the lyrics.
Good job clarifying that.
The beat brings out my millennial dance moves. So I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. because the chorus is only a small part of it. Next, we have Hey Mr. DJ, Keep Playing This Song, the radio mix version by the Backstreet Boys. Writer is Timmy Allen, Larry Campbell, and Julian Skinner. Produced by Timmy Allen and Larry Campbell. This is from the Backstreet's Back album, everywhere except the US. In the US, it was an exclusive reissue titled Backstreet Boys. The US album peaked at number 4 on the Billboard 200 and went 14 times platinum. It went 2 times platinum in Poland, which is fun. And I'm not going to talk any more about this because number 1, we already talked about the Backstreet Boys when they were on the show in season 2. And number 2, who doesn't know who the Backstreet Boys are? That's my little thing for the Backstreet Boys. Sky, your rating.
Honestly, when you say, hey, Mr. DJ, the younger millennial in me just thinks of Rihanna with Pon de Replay.
Okay.
And so that just gets stuck in my head when I hear this song. I'm not sure I'd actually ever heard this song from the Backstreet Boys, or if I had heard it prior to it, I had completely forgotten about it. It's a pretty mid song. Like, I'm not gonna choose it anywhere near the top of like pick 5 Backstreet Boys songs to play right now.
Yeah, I gave it a 2 out of 5. It's not my favorite Backstreet Boys song by any means. I think the Millennium album is the strongest album, so I would have chosen anything off of that, but the Millennium album didn't exist yet. Not the greatest song. Track 4, One Way or Another by Melissa Joan Hart. Writer is Debbie Harry and Nigel Harrison. Produced by Richard Goderer. There are a lot of Swedes in the music industry in the late 90s, and there's going to be a lot of bad pronunciations from me. This song was originally sung by Blondie, and I think we discussed this in the band episode where they sang it. In case you need a refresher, Debbie Harry from Blondie also appeared in the pilot episode as one of the people on the Witches Council. One Direction also covered this song. I also looked and I couldn't see any other songs ever recorded by Melissa Joan Hart. If anybody else knows of one, let me know, but I couldn't find anything. This song was inspired by Debbie Harry's experience with a stalker ex-boyfriend in the early 70s, which forced her to move away from New Jersey. Rolling Stone ranked the song at number 298 on its list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. And Blondie was a pioneer in the American New Wave genre of the mid-1970s. Number 1 hits include Heart of Glass, Call Me, The Tide is High, which was covered by Atomic Kitten for the Lizzie McGuire movie, which is also a fabulous song, and Rapture. Sky, your rating.
You know, this is always such a bop. You really can't give it notes, except for I don't think I'd realize the real life stalker experience.
Yeah.
And I think it's such a bop, you don't stop to think about what the lyrics are actually saying. So, 1, love it because it is a fantastic song, but also slightly creepy side to it.
You should read more about it. It's wild. The story of her stalker. I gave it a 4 out of 5. Not that I don't also love it. I think I like the Blondie original. No diss to Melissa Joan Hart. She is a good singer, but it's just Blondie. Track number 5, Kate by Ben Folds 5. Written by Ben Folds, Darren Jesse, and Anna Goodman. Produced by Caleb Southern and Ben Folds 5. The music video for this song has the 3 band members lying down in a bed, and the entire video was shot in one take from a camera over the bed facing straight down. It's from the Whatever and Ever Amen album. Ben's Folds 5 was actually a trio, but they didn't like how Ben Folds 3 sounded, so they named it Ben Folds 5. Probably the most well-known song is Brick, which is also from the Whatever and Ever Amen album. Was Kate the one that needed the abortion in Brick? Maybe. You also probably know Ben Folds from his successful solo career. Although his first album, Rockin' the Suburbs, got off to a pretty rough start because it was released on September 11th, 2001.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, I never knew Ben Folds was in a rock trio called Ben Folds 5 until listening to this. You know, we find out that Kate is everything he wants. She plays Wipeout on the drums to the squirrels and the birds, smokes pot, never changes her clothes, never gets wet, and has a smile like a rainbow. Sounds like a solid chick.
I have such a soft spot for Ben Folds and Ben Folds 5. Ben Folds comes out every now and again, and he'll play with the Utah Symphony, and I've always wanted to go. This year might be the year I actually go.
Do it.
Do you want to go with me?
Sure.
Okay, I'll see when it's happening. I don't know if we missed it. I'll find out. I rated it a 4 out of 5. Again, I don't know if I would search it out by itself and play it repeatedly, but I do love it because it's just so late 90s in the best way possible. Everything about this song, like the grunge part coming into the pop part, it's such a mixture of the late 90s. And I want that moment in time. Why doesn't music sound like this anymore?
Time and a place.
Bring it back. Track 6, Show Me Love, the radio edit by Robin, written by Robin and Max Martin, whose name will pop up again, and produced by Dennis with a Z, and Max Martin. Show Me Love was first released in Sweden in February 1997 as the fourth single from her debut studio album titled Robin Is Here. The song was her third UK and second US single. It's featured in the Broadway show Anne Juliet. In 2005, Robin got a Grammy nom for her fourth album, which was titled Robin. Her second album, My Truth, was not released in the US, partly because it included 2 songs which referenced an abortion she had in her teens. And now I want to listen to that album more than anything. I also said Max Martin. You definitely know his name. He's a Swedish record producer and songwriter that has had many, many, many hit songs, including Baby One More Time and I Want It That Way. Sky's rating.
Oh, Robin. Have you listened to her newest song, Dopamine?
No. When did it come out?
In November.
I'm reading the lyrics right now, and this seems like something I would get into.
Robin is iconic. This, Call Your Girlfriend, you can't go wrong with a Robin song.
My rating on this one, 5 out of 5. We'll probably play this at my wedding if I ever get married. Love it. A+. Track 7, Giddy Up by NSYNC. Written by NSYNC, and I'm pretty sure this has got to be a Swedish name. Vatren? I completely mispronounced that. I'm so sorry. That same person is also the producer. This is from the self-titled first album. That was the 5th best-selling record of 1998 in the US and sold 4.4 million copies. Since then, the album has gone on to sell 9,854,000 copies as of March 2015, so probably more since then. 6 months after release, on October 10th, 1998, the album reached and peaked at number 2 on the Billboard 200 chart and remained on it for 109 weeks. It spent a total of 30 weeks inside the top 10, and the album spent 3 weeks at number 2 from September 98 to January 1999.
Well, it certainly wasn't this song that was keeping it on those charts. My major first thought was, well, we had one major boy band, so we must have the other to even it out. There is not much to the song at all. However, the implied meaning behind the song is once again not so great. I think I read somewhere that 2 of the members, Lance and someone else, were under 18 when they were recording this. So
sure.
Add that to...
What are you talking about, Sky? This is about horse riding. This is for the horse girls.
Yep, it's for the horse girls. I like that at the end of the song, they say, "We gonna get this crunk?"
Which is not how you use that word at all.
Not at all. And I did count, and they say giddy up about 125 times.
Wait, for reals?
For reals. The song is just giddy up or giddy, giddy, giddy up.
That's amazing. I love that you counted.
That's why it took me a moment for me to say, yeah, I'm ready to record, because I was on my browser, counting 125 times.
I mean, you could have just been Control F and searched for Giddy and see how many times it showed up.
Well, that would be the easy way. I suffer for this podcast and the art we create.
I love it. Good for you. My very short rating was a 2 out of 5. Again, not my favorite NSYNC song. Though I do feel like this is the spiritual predecessor to Space Cowboy, which would come out on their next album. Do you know the song Space Cowboy?
I don't think I know the song Space Cowboy, and do I want to know the song Space Cowboy?
I feel like you should go listen to that after this, because it's like Giddy Up in Space.
Okay.
Track 8, Slam Dunk the Funk by 5. Written by Dennis Pop, again with a Z, Max Martin, Jake Schultz, and Herbie Critchlow. Produced by Dennis Pop, Max Martin, and Jake Schultz. This is the first single from the self-titled debut album for 5. In the US, the song was chosen as the NBA's theme song. 5 are an English boy band formed in 1997. Members are Sean Conlon, Richie Neville, Scott Robinson, Abs Love, and Jason J. Brown. They're more well known for the song When the Lights Go Out. They were signed by Simon Cowell and BMG/RCA. They had several hit songs in the UK and were famously offered songs that turned out to be huge hits for Britney Spears and NSYNC. In fact, in 1997, Max Martin was working on the song Baby One More Time. It was originally written for Backstreet Boys. They turned it down, then they passed it to TLC. And then Simon Cowell offered Martin an Aston Martin luxury vehicle if Martin would give the song to 5. 5 initially began writing verses. However, Martin had promised the song to Britney Spears, and in keeping with his word, he finished the song and went to Spears. 5 later offered Bye 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 by Max Martin, with the only completed line being, ain't no lie, baby, bye, bye, bye. They heard the song and attempted to write some verses, but then Scott Robinson was like, you know what? This sounds more like an NSYNC song than a Five song, and they passed on it. So wild. We could have had a Baby One More Time and a Bye, Bye, Bye by Five. And who knows what that would have changed the course of everything.
Yeah, we'd be in a different timeline.
Oh my gosh, it'd be so different. Sky, your rating.
Wanna get funky. I love how they say funky. Like every single time they say funky, it's slightly different of a ooh or a or a ew.
Somebody actually just posted about this on Instagram, how like all of these pop groups from the 90s, like It's Gonna Be Me. They never said it's gonna be me. It's gonna be May. That because Max Martin was insistent that you pronounce the E as an A.
Oh.
And so that's why I think it's like, do you want to get funky? That's why they did that.
Oh, Max. So Swedish Max there. It's crazy that the NBA would want a song that repeatedly says slam dunk and is mostly slam dunk and let's get funky. This one is a bop. It's the only like 5 song I can easily recognize. I couldn't tell you another song they've done, honestly.
Listen to what, it's a baby when the lights go out. You know that one too, I bet. Was that the end of your rating?
Well, now I'm thinking about the potential lyrics of Baby When the Lights Go Out.
I don't remember all of it. It's been so long since I listened to it. I know the chord. I know the baby when the lights go out every time something. I don't know the rest of it. Are you looking up Baby When the Lights Go Out?
Know your flock off, girl. What the crap?
What?
I think it's because it rhymes with socks. Girl, I want to knock your socks off. Yeah. Know your flock off, girl.
This is the best part of Max Martin songs is half the time they're gibberish. They're just
they truly
English gibberish.
But he is like one of the best pop producers there. And I guess what does that say about pop in general?
That's how good the music and the melody and the rhythm is you don't even care the words don't make sense. You're just like, yeah, this is a bop.
We be bopping.
My rating for this one is also a 4 out of 5. And the answer to, do I want to get down? Do I want to get funky? Yes.
Want to get funky.
Funky. Track number 9, Magnet and Steel by Matthew Sweet. Written by Walter Egan, produced by Ralph Saul. This song was originally written and performed by Walter Egan, released in March 1978. It reached number 8 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and number 9 in Canada. It spent 22 weeks on American charts. Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, who are members of Fleetwood Mac, sang background vocals, along with several others. Matthew Sweet is an American alternative rock / power pop singer, songwriter, and musician from Athens, Georgia. Gained commercial success in the 90s. In 2024, October 2024, he suffered a debilitating stroke while on tour with Hanson. The stroke was severe and left him unable to walk due to ataxia and disabled proper use of his left arm, which keeps him from being able to play the guitar and also infected his speech. He's undergoing therapy to mitigate the effects of the stroke. That doesn't really have anything to do with the song, but I thought it was interesting and sad. And it sounds like he's doing what he can to recover. But man, having that happen as a musician, that wipes out your livelihood and probably some of the things that bring him the most joy in life.
Hopefully he recovers quickly.
So that's a downer. Sky, what's your rating for this song?
So tonally, compared to the rest of the album, this is the furthest away from the vibe and sort of sticks out like a sore thumb. While it sticks out as a sore thumb, like still a great song, just sort of off-putting that it's in between these other songs there. I'd say between the two of us, you would be a magnet because you're much more outgoing and bubbly, and I would be the steel because I've been told people can't read me.
I feel like this is a song, like the next few songs kind of deviate from that very pure pop sugar. 5 out of 5. This is the song out of all the songs on this album. This is the one I would like randomly pop into my head all the time throughout college, throughout my adult life. Anytime I had a physics or chemistry lesson involving magnetism, I would start singing this song. Like this song has stuck with me. I don't even know if it's that good of a song, but I can't deny its effects. So 5 out of 5. Track 10, So I Fall Again by Phantom Planet. Written by Alex Greenwald, Darren Robertson, and Jason Schwartzman. produced by Max Endert. So Phantom Planet is an American rock band from LA. They were formed in 1994 in a Pizza Hut.
I hope that was while they were getting their reading rewards.
You know, that was definitely a sit-down Pizza Hut back in 94. Yeah.
Yeah. Those little personal pizzas.
The salad bar, the red cups, the weird stained glass lights, the weird smell, and the arcade games in the background. Yes, excellent. This song is from their debut album, Phantom Planet is Missing. Another song that you may know is California from their second album, The Guest, because it was chosen as the theme song for the TV series, The OC. My personal favorite song is Do the Panic from the album Raise the Dead. They were on hiatus from 2008 to 2019, but then have reunited. Back in the day, the band featured now actor Jason Schwartzman on drums until 2003, and Schwartzman's cousin, filmmaker Roman Coppola, also directed 2 of their music videos for the band during their guest album era, which included California and Lonely Day. A lot of facts I didn't know about Phantom Planet.
And so I fall again in love with the song. That's my notes.
I actually looked at this when I pulled it out to send a picture to you, and I was like, there's Phantom Planet on this? Because Phantom Planet didn't enter my consciousness until Do the Panic. And now that I'm looking back at this album and I'm like, was this song my entry to alternative rock? I think it may have been. I think this may have been one of the ones that like got the ball rolling because I do love this song. 4 out of 5 for me. Track 11, I Know What Boys Like by Pure Sugar. Written by Chris Butler and produced by Michael Mangini. It was originally sung by the Waitresses and written by guitarist Chris Butler in 1978 while he was still a member of the rock band Tin Huey. Have you heard of any of those names?
No, I have not.
Me either. Pure Sugar was a pop dance music trio from the 90s that consisted of members Jennifer Starr, Peter Lorimer, and Richard Humpty Vision. Their singles did pretty well on the Billboard's Hot Dance Music / Club Play chart before the Sabrina CD, but they faded shortly after. There wasn't a ton I could actually find about these guys.
This one is almost as bad as Abracadabra. I hate it even more knowing a man wrote it. It makes sense, though, that a man wrote it.
Who should know better what a boy like than a man?
Some lyrics to read to you.
Mm-hmm.
I got my cat moves that so upset them. Zippers and buttons, fun to frustrate them. They get so angry like pouty children. Denied their candy, I laugh right at them.
I feel like you just made up those lyrics. I don't remember hearing any of those words.
You're so in the nostalgia and the beats that I think you're just choosing to black out the lyrics. Meanwhile, I'm not in the nostalgia and I'm just horrified.
No, I'm not in the nostalgia because I gave this a 1 out of 5.
Well, something's going on in your brain.
I just think did you hear those words like clearly enunciated or did you have to look them up?
I got my cat moves is like very clearly not mumbled.
I think my brain couldn't process that because like who says that's not a thing anybody says. Yeah, no, 1 out of 5. Mine was just a lot. It was weird. I don't like it. I don't like the background. I don't like the melody. I don't like any of it. Skip. Track 12, Smash by The Murmurs. Written by Charlotte Caffey, Jane Weidland, and The Murmurs. Produced by Matthew Wilder. This is from the Blender album, which was a reissue of the second studio album, Pristine Smut. In 2011, Pride.com ranked it 35th on their list of the 100 greatest lesbian albums of all time. Smash was co-written with members of rock band The Go-Go's, Jane Weidland and Charlotte Caffey. The Murmurs were an American alternative pop music duo composed of singer-songwriters Leisha Haley and Heather Grody. Active 1991 to 1998. Leisha was actually on an episode of Boy Meets World. She was Corinna in the Shallow Boy episode. And then she did 70 episodes of The L Word.
Oh, Alice, aka Leisha. It's a smash for sure. I don't know if I understood half the lyrics. It was very,
I understood these lyrics.
The Murmurs mumbled. Mumbling murmurs at some points. Like you could hear the, yeah, I want to smash, crash.
Who do you think
Smash.
you are?
Lash. How many different rhymes do they have for smash? Oh, it's just those 3, I think. Cash. Oh, trashed. I gotta give it to them for the rhymes.
It's an easy word to rhyme with.
Yeah, I'm giving it to them for the rhymes. But no, it is a smash.
Give it 4 out of 5. Because depending on how you want to sing it, it could be about wanting to punch someone. It could be about wanting to bang someone. So, all depends on your intonation. And the lyrics that you can understand are like vague enough that it really could go either way.
It's true.
Are you singing it angry? Or are you singing it sexy? Track 13, Dr. Jones, Metro's 7-inch edit by Aqua. Writer, Anders Oland, Soren Rosted, Klaus Noreen, and Renee Diff. Produced by Johnny Jam, Delgado, Soren Rosted, and Klaus Noreen. So Aqua are a Danish Eurodance band. Everybody should know who Aqua are. They were originally called Joy Speed, but then they renamed themselves Aqua based on a poster they saw in their dressing room. They are most well known for Barbie Girl. This song is from their Aquarium album, which was a follow-up to Barbie Girl, and they continued the same cinematic style found in that music video, this time using Indiana Jones characters. The music video was one of 5 Aqua videos directed by Peter Pedersen, who would later spoof the Indiana Jones movies again in his computer-animated short film, Lego Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Brick, which I absolutely want to find and watch now. Dr. Jones was followed up by Turn Back Time, which song was featured on the soundtrack to the film Sliding Doors. In 2025, it was announced that Aqua the Musical, featuring the group's music and story, will premiere in 2028 in Copenhagen at the Royal Opera House, and I can't wait for that to come to the States.
Or we go to Copenhagen in 2028.
I mean, we will see if we're allowed in other countries in 2028.
Touché.
Let's not count those chickens yet.
No, you are correct. There is something about like the Nordic countries and their ability to like fully capture the essence of pop.
Yeah.
Like Aqua, you know, anything on Eurovision from those countries, always like true pop in my mind.
Agreed.
Did not realize this sort of had like an Indiana Jones theme to it.
Have you never seen that music video?
I have not, so I'm gonna need to watch that ASAP. And then yeah, I want to watch this Lego one too. Of all the songs of the very long 16-track album, this is like the one that gets stuck in my head the most. Really can't go wrong with Dr. Jones.
It's a 5 out of 5. I will always rave to this song. I will always rave to anything Aqua. Bravo. Track 14 is Soda Pop by Britney Spears, written by Mikey Bassi and Eric Foster White, produced by Eric Foster White. It's from her debut album, Baby One More Time. I included this because I think we've had a lot of discussion around how Britney was treated as a child and as a teenager. And boy, if this just doesn't sum it up. An NME reviewer rated Baby One More Time 1 out of 10, saying that, quote, "We seem to have reached crisis point. Pubescent pop is now so rife that 17-year-old Britney Lizard Lounge Spears is already halfway through her lucrative showbiz career." He also found the album premature, commenting, "Hopefully, if she starts to live the wretched life that we all eventually do, her voice will show the scars, she'll stop looking so effing smug, she'll find solace in drugs, and we'll all be happier for it. Now grow up, girl, quick." That's a lot. It's terrible. We all collectively, as a human race, owe Britney Spears an apology. This poor 17-year-old girl having this written about you, like, oh boy. Luckily, she didn't let any of this get to her. She went on to become so successful. She became the first new female artist to have a #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100 and #1 album on the Billboard 200 at the same time. She was the first new artist, male or female, to have a single go to the #1 spot the same week that the album debuted at #1, and the first new female artist to have the first single and first album at #1 the same week. That dude can stick it where the sun don't shine because, man, she's also the youngest female in Billboard history to have simultaneous single and album at #1 in the same week, and became the 5th artist under the age of 18 to top the Billboard 200. That's my love letter to Britney Spears. Sky, do you want to rate it?
Oh, I was on mute. I was rating it. I was on mute.
I thought you were still shocked. I thought you were still speechless by what that reviewer said.
And I said F you to that dude, and you didn't hear it.
I didn't hear any of it. I assumed you were just like so offended, as you should rightfully be.
I was going off about this song to the silence. I was not familiar with this one, or it's one I don't remember. And I'm not gonna lie, I just think about K-pop Demon Hunters when I hear Soda Pop. This one was okay. I didn't actually understand what she was saying most of the time, and just really heard like the background singers more. They dominated the track a lot more than she did.
Yeah. I loved her voice in this one. So actually the first time I listened through, I was like, oh, this is Christina Aguilera. And then I was like, wait, no, it's Britney Spears. She's singing that like lower register, which she didn't really do it a ton until she got older and started kind of branching out. I didn't even know she did that at all in her first album. I have her first album. I didn't listen to it a bunch. So I love her voice in this one. I love that she chose to go that way, but This song is just too sugary sweet for me. It's too much of that pop. So it's a 2 out of 5 for me. But also, I think it's unfair. Like her, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Spice Girls, we know what their songs are and we know what the options are out there. And so choosing these songs is like, oh, maybe if we didn't have anything else to judge it by, maybe I'd rank higher. But knowing what my other options were, 2 out of 5. Track 15, Amnesia, the radio remix by Chumbawamba, written by Chumbawamba and produced by Chumbawamba and Neil Ferguson. Chumbawamba is an English band who formed in 1982 and disbanded in 2012. They are both known for their 97 single, Tub Thumping. Their anarcho-communist political leanings led them to have an irreverent attitude towards authority and espouse a variety of political and social causes, including animal rights and pacifism, earlier in their career, and later regarding class struggle, Marxism, feminism, and anti-fascism. Amnesia is the second single from their 8th studio album, Tub Thumper. The song's lyrics address the sense of betrayal that English leftists felt during the rise of New Labour. At the end of the album version of the song, there's an interlude that samples a UK public service announcement on mad cow disease.
The Spotify playlist I found of this soundtrack, I think wasn't the radio version, and it did actually include the interlude at the end, which that one is like, this song spoke out to me very hard because of that like outro, which is cut the head in half using a bandsaw and scoop the brains out, blast the brain with water or air, suck the brain out through a hole in the head. What about free speech? What about free speech? What about free speech? Look, that's not the point. You're giving this place a bad name. I've got my position to think of. And if that doesn't nail a lot of stuff right now, I don't know what to say.
Wow. Yeah. I love the song. It was a 4 out of 5. And then I learned about the political meeting, and that's a 5 out of 5. It's a good song. I didn't know this about Chumbawamba. I just knew the Tub Thumping song. Definitely inclined to go look more into them and listen to some other music by them.
If Tub Thumping came out in 1997, then it was like featured as more of a brand new song by that time. It was on the Sabrina episode, right?
Yeah. Track 16, our final track. Blah, Blah, Blah by the Cardigans. Writer Nina Persson and Peter Svensson. Producer Tor Johansson. The Cardigans are a Swedish rock band, probably best known for their single Love Fool, which was shown on MTV in the late 90s as a music video with clips from the 1996 hit film Romeo and Juliet, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes. It was also featured in the film Cruel Intentions. Blah, Blah, Blah was the B-side to Bin It on the European, UK, Australian, and German versions, and Love Fool was the B-side on the US and Canadian versions.
While a good song, I feel it was like a weak way to end the album. I did find it interesting, though, that they did allow for Melissa Joan Hart's Clue to actually be part of the track itself. Like, they allowed for that edit to the track to include her audio at the very end in this CD, so that was interesting.
And I checked the little insert because a lot of them, like, it had all the information about, like, published, produced, whatever. And so I checked that track, and there's nothing in there about Melissa Joan Hart saying that or, like, any special things around that track. So that was interesting. But I agree with your assessment. Not the strongest song. I think I gave it a 3 out of 5 because I prefer the Kesha 303 blah, blah, blah.
Shocking.
Stronger blah, blah, blah for me.
Now here's the clue you've been waiting for. The clue for the 8th word of my family secret is horn. Did you have to do that right in my ear?
The 8th word of the family secret is horn?
Horn. So, Sky, we have 2 clues now. What's the family secret?
Were there 7 words in Mortimer's clue, or is it literally like
No, they don't go in order.
Oh.
Mortimer's is not the first one.
Because Mortimer's it's about the Spellman family, but there's not like a phrase, but all of a sudden I have to count words.
Mortimer's is the 4th word, or the 4th clue.
And each clue is a word now, it sounds like? Is that what they're telling me by saying the 8th word is horn?
Some of them you combine to get words.
The crap, Laura. What are you doing to me? Why is this my life? Horn. Horn.
You're going to be so mad.
I probably am. It's going to be some stupid family secret.
I told you that there's a board eventually that we use to keep track of the clues. You're going to be so mad when you see this board.
Ugh.
You can't solve it without the board. There's no way.
I want to solve it out of spite, but I agree there's probably no way. to become a witch or fully licensed witch, they have to blow this magical horn that wakes up King Arthur and Merlin and the dragon under whatever hill in England.
Yay, you did it.
Merlin gives all the secrets of wizard and witchery to Sabrina.
Remember, we've already met Merlin.
Oh, no. The better Merlin. The wise,
Different Merlin.
better Merlin.
Merlin 2.0.
Yes. Sage, wise, sleeping for a long time Merlin.
What would you name this soundtrack, Sky?
Inappropriate lyrics for teenagers to listen to. The soundtrack.
There we go. That's our episode. Thanks for coming on this detour with us. Stay tuned for next episode, which is 3.8 and the Sabrina Goes To. You can like, share, rate, subscribe to this podcast. You can email us at somethingwitchypod@gmail.com. I did respond to an email.
Oh, good job.
Check mark on 2026.
Was it saying, hey, your audio is weird in this episode?
Yes, but they also said some nice things about us. So
Well, thank you.
also, I'm going to figure out how to get the Spotify comment notifications on my phone because I keep forgetting that people might comment on our Spotify and then I go in there and then there's a bunch and I try to respond to them.
We should throw these songs into a playlist for everyone to also enjoy and maybe have some trauma like I did.
I'll also do it on YouTube Music because I don't use Spotify for music because I don't want to pay them money and I already pay Google money. So I figure if I'm going to pay one terrible corporation, it's better than two. I don't know. You can follow us on Instagram at somethingwitchypod. We are straying away from TikTok given the new ownership. So TBD on that. But you can follow us on YouTube if you want to see just the videos that we sometimes post, like once a year.
We'll get better. We don't have TikTok now, so we'll be better.
Maybe. We'll see. I got Sky a tripod so they can film things in portrait mode.
It's true.
Until next time.
Stay magical.